Why Come Japan?
Welcome to another edition of Why Come Japan. I'm your host, Mr. Radrey, where I interview creatives inside or outside of Japan. And today on my show is Brandon, the Oni, a.k.a. Brandon Victor Holz. Holz, right? Holz. Holutz.
You're trying too hard. Holz.
Holtz,
H-O-L-Z,
okay.
Holtz.
Former MMA fighter, Twitch streamer. What else are you?
All around great person, you know?
All around great person.
Just me. I'm just me.
All right. So yeah, I've been what is it? Deliberating here. I brought some Coronas, you know, because it's the time of the season to do that.
Yeah.
So
It just got upgraded to level 2 now.
did it?
For in Americans, the what is it called? Like Virus Watch or whatever.
Virus Watch.
Like-
What is it in Japan right now?
Fuck if I know. But no, I mean in Japan, like traveling to Japan,
Yeah.
it's a level 2 now. So instead of just precaution,
Oh.
it's like take active measures
Oh.
to be safe when you travel.
All right then. Well, cheers.
Cheers to that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's tasty.
Yeah, I know. I always liked about this is that you mix the sour with like the bitterness of the beer, and it tastes really good.
Yeah.
It's a good mix together. Simon Ochanama in the chat says, "I fight the trolls. Come trolls." For our audience out there, I just made Simon a moderator in the chat because he's one of the greatest followers of this channel. So thank you, Simon.
Thank you, Simon, for fighting the trolls.
Yeah. So I want to talk to Brandon today about his life story. I mean, because that's why you're here. So you used to be a former MMA fighter.
Former boxer / MMA fighter. I dabbled in MMA. I was not very good. I have a losing record for MMA, but my boxing was okay.
Wait, you have a losing record?
Yeah, like I have more losses than wins.
Oh, do you have any wins?
I have 0 wins in MMA.
Oh, okay. All
But
right.
boxing, I have some wins.
Okay. What kind of boxing? Just like
Just standard boxing, like you have
standard boxing.
in America, in
Okay.
everywhere in the world. That was just on today. If you watched Wilder versus Fury 2,
Oh, okay.
I used to do that, just not on that big of a level.
I see. Well, so paint me a little picture here of what that looks like. So, for example, obviously the show's called Why Come Japan. So obviously you came to Japan at some point, but you started boxing boxing and MMA before you came to Japan or after?
Before I came to Japan, yeah. I was, let's see, since I was 18, when I was 18, I started training. I trained from 18 till about 20 when I made the first step to start actual fighting for a career. And then when I was 20, shit, numbers are bad for me. 23, maybe? 23 around, I came to Japan. I'm 30.
Okay.
I've been here almost 7 years. That's 23, right?
All right.
Okay. When I was 23, I came to Japan. I wanted to transfer from boxing or transition from boxing to MMA, which is why I actually came to Japan to train with Kid Yamamoto, if anyone knows who he is, Norifumi Yamamoto.
How did you find out about him?
So growing up, I always watched K1, Pride, all that kind of stuff that was MMA here in Japan.
Okay, so you're just like a boxing otaku.
Yeah,
basically.
yeah, pretty
Okay.
much. But we don't use that word outside
All right.
of
All right.
You can put boxing in front of it, but don't ever call me otaku.
All right. Guilty as charged.
That one of my biggest pet peeves was just everyone calling me a weeb or fucking
Really?
otaku. I hate that shit. Oh.
Oh.
Yeah. Why'd you come to Japan? Oh, I came to box and to fight. Oh, not anime? Fucking no, I fucking
Well, they
hate
wanted you to say anime?
Of course, every Japanese wants you to say anime.
Like, did you tell them, like, Ashita no Joe? Do you know that one?
No.
Ashita no Joe, that's an anime about boxing.
Mm.
Never heard of it?
No.
Okay.
I've seen Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, really?
When I was like 10. Prince of Tennis. I saw that.
Okay, I don't know what that is.
It's just like a tennis one. And
Okay.
I saw what was it? shit. I don't remember. One other one. How do the ambulances in Japan sound? Weeaboo. Yeah. My
Corey Child said that in the chat. He says, "How's the ambulances sound in Japan?" They say "weeaboo."
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
that was cute. Thank you, Corey.
those are my trolls. They'll be here soon.
Oh, your Twitch trolls.
Yeah, they're gonna come troll.
All right.
So Simon,
Great.
you got your work cut out for you.
I think Simon has to take a little break. He says I may have to go out. Looks
shit.
like Brandon can fight trolls without my help.
No.
All right. We'll have to assign another person to be our moderator. But anyway, continue. You said that. So you said that. Let me cut to me, since I'm talking. So you said that you came to Japan because you were interested in. What is it? Who's the guy? What was the guy's name?
Kid Yamamoto.
Kid Yamamoto, and you learned about him through like media or something.
Yeah,
in
just
the States?
watching fights, and
And you're like, that's got to be me. That's got to be me up there.
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
Pretty much, yeah. I wanted to be #1 in the world. As you can see, it didn't happen, but that's what I was going for. You know?
So wait, did you meet Kid Yamamoto?
Oh yeah. I used to train with him at his gym for about 2 years. I was training there, and then I injured both of my knees. So after my second knee injury, I decided to give it up.
Why, the knee injury was too much?
I had 2 knee injuries. I couldn't really get them fixed, and then after about a year of doing nothing, I decided that I need to look for different prospects in life.
Oh.
Which is how English teaching came and how we met.
Yeah, and how we, or I guess that also turned it to Twitch later. But
yeah, later that turned to Twitch.
wait a minute. So I was going to make the thumbnail for this episode, and I guess I could probably show people this picture. I have it here. Just punch it up right there. People can see it. Our audio listeners won't be able to see it, but this isn't Kid Yamamoto,
That's
right?
Kid Yamamoto.
That is him.
Yeah.
Okay. And you were telling me, or anybody who follows you, you'll know that he passed away.
Yeah.
What happened exactly?
He had cancer.
Oh, okay. I'll leave the picture up. He just had cancer. Like, you know what type of cancer?
I think was it prostate?
Nah.
What's the pancreatic?
Pancreatic?
Something with a P.
Something with a P.
I don't remember, to be honest. I think some type of cancer, and yeah, he was only 41 years old when he passed. So.
Huh. So wait a minute. Did he did he get cancer when he was treating you? When he was training you, or no?
Yeah. So I think it was under wrap. It was being held under wraps, but he had it for a while before announcing it, and then shortly after he announced it, he passed.
Oh, okay. And this is when you were training with him, or after?
This is after. I had already quit.
Oh, I see. Because you had the knee injury.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. So you.
Stomach there. Thank you, Corey.
Jesus, your fans remember better than you do. All right.
My years of getting hit in the brain and years of this getting hit in the brain with this has made my brain not work very well.
Huh. All right.
That's why numbers and like dates and specific things just don't sit well up here.
Oh, really? Okay, so you started boxing in the States, like this is like kind of like amateur boxing or something?
Yeah.
Okay. And then eventually you came here, like, and I explained it. Okay, I'm like a layman. You got to explain this to me. Sure. What is MMA? It's mixed martial arts, but how does one, like, just get into it? Because, I mean, I guess that's like, because, like, when I first met you, the first thing people do, oh, he used to be in MMA, and I'm like, okay, like, I don't really know much about what that is. Yeah. I mean, I know what the name is, but how does one, like, let's just say I wanted to be in MMA tomorrow. What does that look like?
So basically, it is a lot of running, getting in shape, and training every different martial art that you can think of.
Like jiu-jitsu, karate, and
So the main 4 would be jiu-jitsu, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, boxing, like Muay Thai kickboxing, and wrestling. So those are the big 4 for any MMA fighter. If you can grasp those 4, you'll be all right. if you can master all 4 of them, you'll be top of the line.
Oh, okay.
So with me, my kicks were never good. My legs are pretty shitty. My legs are pretty shitty, so my kicks were never good. So even when I did about 4 or 5 kickboxing fights, and I just never kicked. I would just punch. And then so take out kickboxing for me. I was just mainly boxing and wrestling. I was okay at. So I had 2 of the 4, which I think is why my success wasn't.
Oh.
Why I wasn't very successful. You need to have a good grasp of all 4. Does that make sense?
No, yeah, no, makes perfect sense. I mean, because I know very little about this. Like, I don't watch WWF or UFC or any of these things. Yeah. So how is this organized? Is it like, they find people for you to fight after you've trained, or what?
Yes. There's a lot of different ways to get into it, but how I came up was there are things called smokers, which are like little shows that were technically illegal, that like gyms would just put up. They were also called like gym battles. So you would have like your gym, and then people from other gyms would come and fight people at your gym. So that was one way to get fights. Another way, you just have to find someone who's putting on a promotion. If there's plenty, like even now it's a little different because you have Facebook and stuff. So now there's like Facebook channels for promotions, right? So you go to the promotion's Facebook channel and it'll say, we need a fighter for 50 kilograms, blah, 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 in this place. And
so it's basically almost like applying for a job in a way.
Sure, yeah, honestly, yeah. If you don't have the qualifications, like a lot of times they won't let you fight if you like 0-0 or whatever. You're just brand new. They're not going to let you fight someone who's 40-0. Like usually, that's actually a big thing about Japan MMA. In Japan, they put on all the freak show, like 100
freak show,
like 120-pound Japanese fighter versus 360-pound fucking behemoth of a man.
Okay.
And they put on all those shows that you will never get past in America, because America
Why?
has very strict rules for your promotions.
Why do they have strict? Why do they have strict rules?
Why? Because it's very easy to get hurt and sued, and
oh, so here nobody gives a shit if you get hurt.
Honestly, yeah.
Okay. Like, I mean, I know me probably talking about what is it, WWF or UFC or any of these. It's like me talking about the Air Force while talking about the military or talking about the Marines or something. They're 2 different things, right? Mm-hmm. So they're not related in any way.
Like MMA and what?
MMA and like I don't know, like I've been to a wrestling show here in Japan.
Okay, so pro wrestling.
Oh, that's just pro wrestling.
So
okay.
Pro wrestling and MMA not related. I mean, there's ties. Like some people come from pro wrestling to MMA. Some people go from MMA to pro wrestling, but it's not nearly the same thing. Pro wrestling's fake.
Pro wrestling's fake.
Don't hate me, pro wrestling fans.
Okay.
There's a big following of pro wrestling fans who go crazy.
Well, because most pro wrestling, or at least the ones I've seen, are WWF or WWE or whatever the hell you want to call it. A lot of it like becomes like the soap opera where they start fighting each other. And so basically MMA doesn't have any of the soap opera shit. It's just like 2 dudes fighting each other.
Pretty much. They started doing more production in the pre-fight, which would be like, I don't know if you've ever watched boxing. Have you ever watched boxing before ever?
Maybe. Like I saw the Logan Paul one.
Oh, Jesus. Well, that's perfect actually.
Yeah.
That Logan Paul one.
Yeah.
If you saw all the drama leading up to it, right? All that crap. They do that now for even for the pro fights and stuff.
Okay, so it's all staged, is what you're saying.
In a way.
Okay.
It's not staged as in whatever they say, but
right.
They're saying things and they're doing that because they know it's going to draw attention and bring in more people. Does that?
Right. Why he was chanting "fuck you, Logan," and you saw that?
That shit was probably staged because they're fucking YouTubers. They know how to get.
They know how to clickbait their audience.
Right. It's basically like real IRL clickbait. Like, but for sure, it's definitely changing now. Before it was just he's the top fighter. They're gonna fight each other.
Oh, okay.
Now it's more of like, oh, he talks shit about this guy. This guy wants to fight him now, and then they can fight.
So do you think we'd ever see you as a Twitch streamer, as a fighter?
Logan Paul. I'll fight Logan Paul right now.
Do you think you have a good chance against fighting against him? Because I mean, I was watching KSI talk about fighting Logan Paul, and like he had like a strategy in mind when he was fighting him, because like he knew that Logan Paul kind of had, or not, it wasn't Logan. Who was it? It was the guy before Logan Paul, but he was like punching him. Or no, he had very long arms, and he was very aware of that. And because KSI doesn't have as long arms, and so he really worked hard on the strategy. Would you do something like that?
Work hard on the strategy?
Yeah, or you don't even think about it. Like I just want to punch this guy in the face.
No, of
That's
course.
it?
Like boxing is very strategic, but against Logan Paul, who's probably he fought that one and maybe one other fight.
Yeah.
He's had 2 fights. I've had maybe 20 something.
Huh.
So, honestly, I don't I don't think he would have very much chance.
Huh.
But he is in way better shape than me. So, me now, probably.
Okay.
It would actually be a fair fight because I'm fat and old and retired.
Are there any like good old people who are still good fighters?
Oh yeah.
Like that are ones that are your age?
Oh, there's older than me that are still good fighters, but
So like if you wanted just like tomorrow just to get in shape and like start being a fighter again, could you? Or is it because of your knees that you couldn't
if I can get my knees fixed, I think I'd be all right.
Oh, okay.
I don't think now the reason I stopped, am I too far?
No, I'm just reading the chat. Go on.
Yeah, the reason I stopped was because both my knees, and then I just figured the way I saw it going, I wasn't going to be number 1.
Oh, okay.
So why would I keep getting my shit beat in for free for not being number 1? Merriweather? Do you mean Mayweather?
Corey Child says Merriweather.
Mayweather and
he's
Pacquiao.
too old. I guess there are a lot of. I guess what am I saying?
No, there's a lot
fighters.
of older fighters.
But
sorry.
Continue.
Yeah, to be frank, honestly, 30. I'm 30, by the way. 30 is considered prime usually for fighting.
Oh, really?
Once you get around 35, that's when it starts getting to the older. But definitely, you want the younger the better. I think.
So you started at 23. Was that the ideal age?
I started like really taking it seriously around 20, 23. Now people are saying the ideal age is like 5, 6. If you can start training, if you can start training young.
What?
Yeah, Brandon just broke before his time. Yeah, that's true. I broke before my time.
Thank you, Corey. All right. So, you trained with this guy, Kid Yamamoto. Mm-hmm. And how long did that go for? How long was that?
I trained there. I got here in 2014. 2012?
2012. 2014.
One of those. And I trained there until 2017. So I think I was there 3 years.
Okay.
Training. And then towards the last year when I started getting injured. Mm-hmm. And then I actually moved away from where the gym was because I used to live right next to the gym. After I moved away from the gym, I kind of stopped. I stopped going around and kind of what's the word I'm looking for?
Floating.
Just drifted away. Yeah.
Drifted away from
that whole lifestyle.
Oh.
And then I started doing this a lot.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this. I mean, so to prepare as like an MMA fighter, like what does your everyday workout look like?
Good. So back then, nothing close to this. Back then, I would do about 5 o'clock in the morning. I ran about 5 kilometers. Then went back to sleep. Woke up around 12 and went to the gym from about 12 to 10. And then after the gym, which would be different days, you would train different things, like boxing for one day, kickboxing another day, wrestling another day, jiu-jitsu another day, stuff like that, right?
Right.
after the gym, 10 p.m., I would have dinner. Probably chill until around midnight.
Mm-hmm.
Do like a little either short run.
Yeah.
And then go to sleep. Wake up at 5 o'clock. Rinse, repeat every day.
Really?
All the while only eating like very healthy, very clean. Never drinking during this time when I'm training.
Like what's healthy food for an MMA fighter?
For me, I pretty much had chicken that was boiled with no salt, no pepper, nothing. No additives. Just
So
plain,
just mainly protein?
yeah, just protein and then greens and vegetables. And
Did you ever rocky it up, like eat raw eggs and everything? No.
I do love raw eggs now, though. I eat raw eggs on, like, what is it? Matsuya? Like, at
Oh,
Matsuya, you know
Matsuya,
those bowls?
yeah.
Oh, man. Raw egg all day. I'll eat, like, 2-3 in one bowl.
Huh.
But, no, during that time, I was not doing the raw egg.
Raw egg thing?
Yeah.
You weren't serious enough.
Yeah, that could be why I'm not number one right now.
Okay.
I should have drank more. I should have drank more fucking eggs.
Right. I see. Okay, so then after that you transitioned out of that and you went to you went to Temple, right?
Yeah, I went to Temple
Yeah.
University. I was still kind of in shape, and my knees were teetering, and I played basketball, which was probably not a smart move.
Right.
But after Temple, I pretty much...
Wait, so were you in Temple when you were doing your training or no?
Yeah, Temple was my visa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the reason I was able to come out here was because I went to Temple.
Oh,
Yeah.
and you were able to train and go to school at the same time?
Yes.
Yes?
But...
You're looking at me like you're not supposed to tell me that.
So I didn't really go to school.
Okay.
I
Well, it's Temple, man. Did you get a degree in communications?
No, I got a degree in political science / foreign affairs.
Really? That's the hard degree.
Yeah.
You should have done communications.
Yeah, I fucked up. But somehow
You
I
passed though, right?
Yeah.
Huh.
Because even though I'm stupid, I'm smart.
Okay.
Even though I'm lazy, I'm smart.
That'll be the theme of the show. Even though he's stupid, he's smart.
Even though I'm stupid, I'm smart.
Yeah. All right. So you were doing that when you were at Temple, and then then eventually got the broken knee, and then eventually you got the job at the place where I work, and then what is it? And now what you do is you do Twitch streaming. You're a Twitcher, right?
I'm a Twitcher.
Yeah.
I like to Twitch,
Yeah.
It's just fun.
So wait, you're doing this like full time now, right?
Yeah, full time. Basically playing. Even when I was training and fighting, in my off time, all I would do was play video games, and
Right.
I'm very good at video games. So
Which games? Like what?
My main focus is World of Warcraft. They came out with the classic, which is their original version 15 years ago. They revamped it, or I don't even know about revamped it. They just rebooted it. And so I'm playing that now. Enjoying it.
Is it?
Kind of.
Well, how is Twitch streaming in Japan? Because I think it's kind of because most Twitch streamers, the way they survive. Because I know some people who work on the internet, and they were telling me if I did not do Twitch streaming, I would not be able to break even with like paying bills and supporting myself as a person.
Yeah.
Do you do something like that? Do you are you able to like get enough to make rent every week or barely? Barely?
No,
Okay.
not even close to rent every week. I make enough to. I just started like 3 months ago.
Right.
So I'm still new. But I'm making enough to like supplement outside of rent, but not enough for rent yet. I'm still growing.
Do you think you'll be at a point when you can be able to have Twitch support everything?
Unlike boxing, I actually feel like I can be pretty. I can be number one in Twitch, so I think I'm gonna go for it. That's what I'm trying to do. Basically, I want to make enough money on Twitch to where I can just be relaxed, not have to worry about income, don't have to worry about money.
Right. Oh, okay. So let me. Let's see. Who's
There we
who's
go.
up?
We got
Rad's
it.
got his blazer on. Yeah, I decided to put the blazer on. I don't know. I wanted to try to like a new themes for this show, so I just decided to like change my costume for the show. I'm not sure. Give me some like feedback here, guys. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Is it horrible? Let me know. Write something in the comments.
Doc, you look fine. Don't
Be
worry
sure
about
to
it.
subscribe. Why? Am I getting self-conscious? Maybe it's making me self-conscious. Maybe I shouldn't wear it. Making me self-conscious. Nah, that's fine. I'll keep it on.
You good.
So let's see here. Okay. Let me ask you something. So, let's say I wanted to be a Twitch streamer. How would I go about setting that up to where, like, let's say I wanted to start it tomorrow, and I wanted to build a brand. What does that look like?
So, as I said, I'm new. So,
Right.
I could just tell you the advice that I've seen from. I watched a bunch of videos on it, YouTube videos.
Yeah.
And I watched a bunch of. Talked to a bunch of my friends who actually do it. Basically, what I've noticed is if you're already known, like prior to starting Twitch streaming, it's much easier to transition in because you have an audience, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But as I was not already known, I had to build the audience, find an audience. And for me, I have these tattoos. I don't know. Where's the camera? Can I see?
Oh, hold on. Yeah, you flashing
You see?
tattoos.
Okay, yeah.
Oh yeah, let's talk about your tattoos. Where did you get those?
I got these tattoos from actually Kid Yamamoto, the tattoo artist who did his tattoos is the same one who did mine. These are all teibori by hand, like the traditional Japanese way. So yeah, but basically, so I have these tattoos. I have this is a hanya, which is like a female version of Oni.
Okay.
And then on my shoulder here, I also have another one, but it's an Oni eating a female. So I have lots of Oni tattoos. So my friends dubbed me the Oni, which is where I got my channel name, Brandon the Oni. So I got my theme from that.
Huh.
So for starting up a Twitch, I think if you have a theme or something like that to go off of, to build off of, it helps a lot.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, what got you interested in Onis?
They look cool.
They look cool.
I want.
Yeah, I guess I'd probably just say the same thing.
I want to have some cool ass story, but they look cool. And I was given these tattoos. I didn't really choose what to put on.
Yeah.
So that's.
Wait, you didn't get to choose?
No.
Wait. Who decided your tattoos?
The tattoo artist did.
They just said one day like, "Oh, Onis would look good on you." That's it?
Not even that. Just he said, "Sit down," and I sat down, and then he started doing it.
Wait, so who forced you into getting the tattoo? You wanted to do
I wanted
it?
the tattoo. Yeah.
Oh, you wanted it.
Yeah.
Okay.
They didn't force me.
Okay. They held you down.
Shit,
All right. Okay. All right. So basically, like, because Kid Yamamoto had tattoos, like, he just said, "Hey, you should get a tattoo, or you want to be like him and get your own tattoo."
No, I mean, since I was a kid, I've wanted tattoos. But back when I was a child in LA with my dad a lot, he hated tattoos. He was fucking absolutely against tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
So back then, I was too afraid to get them.
Yeah.
Then I moved to Japan, and I was like, "Hey, I'm 5,000 miles away. I'm fine." So I got my first tattoo then, and now I just keep it up.
All right, so we got a comment in the chat here from our former guest, Mr. BLK-UNK.
What's up, BLK-UNK?
He says, what is his martial arts background? I think we talked about it already. And what disciplines has he trained in?
Yeah, so basically my main focus was boxing. But when I came to Japan, I started training boxing and then a little bit of Muay Thai in America. And then when I came to Japan, I started focusing more on wrestling and jiu-jitsu. I don't know why I had a hard time thinking about jiu-jitsu in Japan.
Okay.
But yeah, I started focusing on wrestling and jiu-jitsu.
BLK-UK is asking, what league? Well, wants very specific details.
Do you mean like what promotions, or what do you mean what league? Or what weight?
Guess we'll have to wait. The problem with streaming is that there's always like a 5-second delay.
Yeah.
And so I don't know until I'm not sure when the internet gods will fix it to where there will no longer be a 5-second delay, but maybe there always will be. I'm not sure.
For sure. Well, but to the lead question, I guess I can kind of answer it. In Japan, I fought for Brave and Shuto. And then in America, I was fighting like in mostly like smokers and shit, which we went over earlier. If you remember what smoker was.
No, what's a smoker?
Smoker was like the gym battles that they had. Like it was unsanctioned actual fights.
Okay.
So that was the most. Who was I signed with? I wasn't signed with anyone.
Corey Childs asks, "Who were you signed with?" And he says he wasn't signed with anybody.
It was So
Well, it's all like, what is it, freelance, right?
Yeah,
like
kinda,
you're telling me, like you have to look on the Facebook groups and find out who wants a fighter that matches my credentials, basically.
Yeah, if you're a big name like Pacquiao and all them, they're signed to their own specific promotion. But if you're coming up, you can do whatever the fuck you want. Fight in any promotion you want. No exclusivity or anything like that.
So basically, all you have to be is like, hey, I'm a big fucking dude, and I like to fight people.
Yeah, but I wasn't that big back then. I was only 77 kilos, so I was 170 pounds. Yeah.
Oh, like what's the ideal weight and ideal?
Depends on you. Like,
depends on you.
If you're
you said you're like, I was only 77 kilos.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
What does that mean?
That's just what I walked around at. Like, if you show that picture again.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, so he fought at 45 kilos, which is about 130 pounds, I think.
Yeah.
And so I used to train with all of them, right? So when I trained with them, I was very skinny, very fast. So with me, like, I was very skinny, very fast, training with smaller, faster, skinnier people, right?
Right.
So that was good for me. If I was me right now,
yeah,
this big behemoth, I would be too slow to have the training do any like effect for me, really. And I'm too big, to be honest, too.
Right.
So for me, when I would just casually walk around 190 pounds.
All right.
And then I would have to cut down to 170.
I see.
So you usually pick a weight that's close enough for you to cut down to. Do you know what cutting weight is for, or what it is?
I have no idea.
No idea? Okay, so cutting weight basically means you're heavy, you lose a bunch of weight quickly so that you can weigh in at a lower weight so you're fighting smaller people.
Oh, okay. I see.
So
there's a lot of smaller people to fight in Japan.
Actually, in Japan, I fought, which was funny. In Japan, they were having trouble finding people who were my weight to fight.
Oh.
So I was fighting up a weight class. So I usually fought welterweight, which is 170 pounds. But I was 170, fighting people 185.
Okay. BLK UNK asks, Google search said that your fight weight was 77 kilos. Then what do you walk around at?
Yeah, so I walked around about fucking kilos and pounds, man. This shit confused the fuck out of me.
Yeah, I know.
So 77 kilos is 170. I was about 190. Apparently, I'm also a mind reader. You know, I have many skills. Let me hear.
So that's why I bring Brandon here.
I have many, many skills. One of them is not math, though. I'm fucking horrific at math. 190
4 + 2
pounds to kg. 86 kilo. I walked around 86.
Oh, okay.
Sorry about the math, guys. This shit make my brain explode.
No, it's okay. Nobody's a walking calculator. I can't, like, sometimes I go home to the States and, like, I still say things in Celsius. And like, I can't even, like, be fucked with trying to figure out what it is in Fahrenheit. You know? I can't do that anymore. All right. Well, if anybody has any more MMA questions, yeah, I'm kind of out. I mean, to me, it's like a whole nother planet of another world to me, because I don't know too much about it.
That's
I was never.
Oops, sorry.
What's up? Oh, there's another question, chat.
By the way, for future reference, when you're looking down at the mic.
It says,
okay.
By the way, future reference, when you're looking down at the mic, picks up your voice more. Oh, thank you, Corey. Yeah, I'm trying to troubleshoot this podcast.
If your mouth is slightly lower than
Because I was listening to our last episode, BLK UNK, a little bit, and he's really quiet on the other end. But
All right, that should be better then.
yeah.
What gym do I train at? I used to train at Crazy Bee here in Japan. That's with Kid Yamamoto when he was still with us. But I haven't trained in about 3 years.
Do you recommend that gym?
I do. Crazy Bee was an amazing gym, and I still talk to some of the people there. But I really haven't trained or been back for a while. Any weight cutting horror stories?
MS asks, any weight cutting horror stories?
Horror story, no. But I did have a pretty terrible time on one of my last fights.
BLK UNK says very few MMM fighters are a mathematician.
Yeah,
or magician, excuse me.
Math magicians. I am definitely not a math magician. But I was cutting weight for my last fight. I thought I was doing the same as usual. The day of the fight, I woke up and I had to walk. I don't know if anyone knows Japan, but I was fighting in Saitama, and I had to walk about 2 kilometers to the gym. Can you please choke Rad out? No. We can't have violence.
No, man, I want to continue doing the show. Don't choke me out. BLK UNK says, can you please choke Rad out? No, I want to continue the show.
Sorry, but MS...
And Brandon's retired, so
Yes.
you can't. That's my excuse.
And I'm broken, so you'll probably beat me.
No, I don't know about that, but okay.
But yeah, I was walking to the gym, and I started realizing like I needed to drink some water because I was like fading out, and I thought my scale at my house said that I was like just on weight, so I couldn't. Sorry, I was reading the chat. So
Continue, yeah. I'll take care of the chat.
Okay,
Keep
so,
going.
Yeah, so I was walking to the gym and I realized like, I was fading out. I was passing out, and I was like, okay, but I can't drink water because I need to weigh in first. So that struggle to get those 2 kilometers.
Wait, so drinking water is like detrimental to weighing in?
Oh yeah. So when you're cutting weight, you're basically cutting all your water weight. That's it. You're sweating out all of your water. So you have 0 water weight left in you. And then the day you weigh in, you start drinking it back.
Huh.
Mm.
Damn.
It's a fucked up process.
Yeah. I mean, because especially right now during winter here in Japan, like it's really dry.
Yeah.
That must really fucking suck.
Yeah, it's horrible. It was horrible. And I was fighting in summer. Or was it summer? I think maybe my last fight was... I think my last fight was like March or something. And it was tough.
So you can't drink water at all?
It depends. If you're on weight, if your weight is like close to your weigh-in weight, then you can like drink and eat a little bit. But for me that day, I was not close, and I had to cut. I cut about, I think I cut 6 I almost said kilometers, 6 kilograms.
Kilos? Same thing, right?
In yeah, right. to Americans, yeah. I cut 6 kilos in one night, like just the night before. I had the sweatsuit on, wearing a sweatsuit, and I was on the bike just fucking riding for about maybe it was like 2 hours, 3 hours.
Oh, right.
I cut the weight, went to sleep, woke up, weighed myself, thought I was okay, went, and then started passing out as I was walking.
Damn.
Finally, I did make it to the fight. I weighed in. I got some stuff back into me, and I lost the fight.
Huh. So basically, like, kind of the picture you're painting me here is, if you want to be a good MMA fighter, you kind of have to make yourself famous yourself. You can't really rely on anyone. Is that right?
Yeah. There are gyms that, like, are known for producing, like, gods of the sport,
Okay.
But it is very competitive to get into those gyms as well.
Right. All right. MS asks, have you ever trained with Yushin Okami?
Yeah. I have not trained with Yushin Okami. But
Who is that?
Actually, he was 170 pounds too, fighting. He was a UFC fighter. What do you do for health?
BLK UNK also asks, what do you do now for health?
What do I do for health? I drink a lot of alcohol and don't work out. Fucking don't ask me for health advice right now. It's not good.
For your health.
Yeah, for my health. Actually, Can I grab another
Getting
one?
high on Corona. Oh, let's just go to wide. For your health.
Yes. Can I grab another one?
Yeah. Oh, you need another one?
Is that chill?
Kiki, can we get another beer?
Yeah.
What do you want? Corona?
Yeah. Corona's fine.
Corona's good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hopefully you're still keeping healthy, like yoga or something. Nah, I mean I'm starting to.
BLKUNK asks. Hopefully you're still keeping healthy, like yoga or something.
I'm trying to. All right, this is gonna sound weird, but I'm trying to starting.
Okay.
Maybe not yoga. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kiki. Thank you.
Maybe not yoga, but can I
Yeah.
put this on the floor here? Or
Yeah, sure. You can put it on.
oh, okay.
What is it? Oh, the other empty one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. I got it. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm trying to start.
All
It's been a hard process to get back into like moving and shit. I've been so like just
Do you think
doing nothing.
Do you think you'd ever go back to MMA?
I want to. Like I'd love to if one day I woke up and I was back in shape, I would probably.
Huh.
But getting back in shape to do it all over again, I don't know.
Huh.
You gotta.
BLKUNK says, my dude, your fighter never give up the fight, and you've got to stop announcing people's names. Okay, I don't know what that means,
I think
but all right.
Referencing when you like BLK says like that.
Oh, people's names.
That's
Yeah, well, this is an audio show, so I mean, when people, that shit drives me crazy. Like when I'm listening to other shows, like who's asking this question? I always feel like people like to hear their names. I don't know. That if you hate hearing their name, if you hate hearing your name, say so in the chat. I know probably Lennox doesn't like it, but I feel like it. People like hearing their names. It's like when you see somebody in public, you just go, "Oh, hi." But if I do something like, "Oh, hi, Brandon," I'm gonna get a better reaction.
I feel so honored.
You know what I'm saying? Yes. People like hearing their name. So that's the only reason why I'm reciting the names here in the chat. Because maybe it's slowing down the tension, but oh well. BLKUNK also says, not to be too stalkerish, but where do you live?
Don't worry, I don't mind the stalkers are chill. I live in yoga station, near yoga station, which is about 11 minutes from Shibuya on the Denin Toshi-san. So if you want to stalk me, that's where I'll be.
I think you got somebody who wants to fight you.
Brandon. If you want to fight me too, I mean, fuck it. Let's go. I haven't fought in like 3 years, so
you could do some like Mortal Kombat type shit or something.
Bum, bum, bum. What was it? How was that fucking music go?
Dun, 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 dun. I can't.
No,
I
that's
can't
Mission
remember.
Impossible.
No, that's What was it again? Like who goes on there? Something like that.
Yeah.
What would be your fatality move if you could choose?
What?
Because they're always ridiculous.
What would be my fatality move? I would go to punch someone and both my knees would break and I just die. Fucking that's my fatality.
All right. MS asks, I joined the interview late. Did Brandon mention his background before MMA? Was he in high school / college in wrestling? So you said you were a boxer, right?
Boxing. I didn't start wrestling until I got to Japan, actually. So I was about 25, 4?
Yeah.
24 years old when I started wrestling.
Cray Slay says, "Oh man, it's Brandy. I want to fight him." Is this a friend of yours?
Yeah.
Cray Slay?
She's also a streamer, so check out Cray Slay on Twitch.
Like what kind of a fighter?
Like what you just said, she was a fighter. What
No,
kind of
streamer.
Oh, streamer.
Twitch streamer.
Like see, a Twitch fighter.
She's a Twitcher.
Okay.
She's
all
a
right.
fellow Twitcher.
All right. Well, the best place for verbal fights nowadays is just Twitter. That's the best place.
Yeah, right. You gotta call bitches out on Twitter.
Yeah, I mean, what is? Are you ever? I can't believe probably shouldn't bring this up during a live stream, but I will anyway because it's entertaining. You know how sometimes in the States there's a big problem with swatting nowadays, because what people do is they find your IP address and then they call the SWAT team. But I don't think they have SWAT teams in Japan. Are you ever worried about this?
Not really. I mean, if they swatted me, like, what's gonna happen? Like, they're just gonna come in, like, find nothing, and then leave, right? I assume that's what happens when people get swatted. I've never seen the aftermath.
Oh, well, because yeah, that's true. I've never actually seen the aftermath either.
I don't know.
The people who do the swatting probably just do it for shits and giggles, right?
Yeah. Let's see. So
BLKUNK asks, "What are your knee problems from?"
my knee problems, I guess I'm very tall, so I think being tall, I was always active. What else? Let's see. Doing wrestling. After I started wrestling, I noticed that I had a lot more knee problems. And yeah, I would run twice a day, every day for since I was 22 or 23. And that was just not good for my knees, I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
And I never really took precautions. I was kind of that fucking dumbheaded fucking the stereotypical fighter where I just didn't. Oh, I'm not gonna get hurt. I'm too strong to get hurt. That kind of stupid mentality.
Okay.
And so what that turned into was me getting hurt and fucking really ruining my body.
Oh, so it's just kind of carelessness, you could say.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah. I was super careless, super stupid, honestly.
Oh. Corey Childs asks, "Is wagering on fights legal in Japan?" I don't know what that means.
Can you betting on fights?
Oh, betting on fights. Okay. I guess, that makes sense. Wagering on fights.
Gambling is illegal in Japan.
Right.
All across the board. So it is illegal.
So what is it? Pachinko's basically gambling, but it's kind of like
they do
Chuck E. Cheese gambling.
Yeah. They do that fucking that roundabout where you have to leave the place to go collect your money.
Right. Well,
so that makes it technically not gambling.
Well, they also have horse racing here in Japan.
Oh, that's true too. Yeah, that's right.
So is there wagering, or not that you know of?
There is no legal wagering of fights in Japan.
But
there are ways to bet on fights in Japan. I wouldn't know how to do that because I don't do illegal things.
Okay.
But message me if you want to know.
All right, you heard it here, folks. All right, so we got some other questions here. BLKUNK also asks, our top comp question person. What? Oh, sorry about that. Says, wait, is wagering on? Oh, wait, BLKUNK. He asked about the knee problems. Oh, we already talked about that. Yeah. Corey Childs asks, wait, is wagering on fights legal in Japan, like in America now?
No.
We kind of talked about that already. Yeah. All right. I'm always worried about not keeping ahead of the chat. So, all right, we're up to date. Cool. But I don't know. Yeah, I basically I only asked you to come here today because I wanted to ask you about Twitch streaming.
Oh, nice.
Because I've been looking into, if I'm gonna be making shit on the internet, I kind of want to eventually turn this into some sort of monetary gain.
Yeah.
Have you seen lots of money come from your Twitch stuff?
Define lots of money.
Okay. Money to, pay the rent or
no, not rent
pay
money.
For dinner.
Yeah, dinner. Yes.
Okay. It's all based on donations, though, right?
A lot of it's donations. For starting up, your money's gonna come from donations.
That's everything, right?
Pretty much. But once you get settled, and once you have a following and a base, you'll start making money from subscribers, ad revenue, stuff like that.
Well, because there was that one, what was it? I don't want to call her titty what is it?
Oh, there's tons of titty streamers.
I don't want to call her titty streamer because she has no titties, but the one who was bitching about $5, you remember her, right?
I think so, yeah.
There's one, what was her name?
Is it the one, she said I only got $5. I was trying to milk him for more money or something. That one?
No, she's she was complaining. She's like, $5. All it cost you is $5 on Amazon Prime. You're sitting here watching my stream. You can't give me $5. You didn't. Are you familiar with this? She was really complaining. She was really getting upset. And I guess supposedly, if you have an Amazon Prime account and if you sub to someone, that automatically takes that $5 and adds it to your account. Is that right?
Yeah. So basically, how subs work is you have a certain amount of money for each sub. There's 3 tiers of subs: $5, $10, and $25. I think. Oh, Bad Bunny on Twitch. Okay.
Oh, it's Bad Bunny. It's Bad Bunny. Okay. I thought that was the left is right. I don't know. I think that's what her name was. Anyway,
okay.
Continue.
But yeah, so basically you have those 3 tiers of subs, and a separate tier of sub is from Twitch Prime. So if you're an Amazon Prime member, you can give a free sub. You don't have to pay anything.
Right.
And you give a free sub. It's the bottom, the $5 rung.
Right.
But yeah.
Yeah, somebody give Red $5. Thank you, Runaway Incursion, for that lovely comment.
Damn straight.
Yeah, no, because I was thinking about starting Twitch, but just playing random video games. It sounds like it's just one of these processes where you have to keep doing it for a long time. Because I followed yours, and I'm always getting these notifications on my email, like, Brandon the Oni is live. It's almost Valentine's Day. I'm like, I keep seeing that every time.
I'm spamming you then, huh?
No, that's okay. What was special about Valentine's Day? Why did you keep putting that in the title?
Oh,
or did you just forget to change it?
It was just almost Valentine's Day, so I was just doing something, themed for Valentine's Day.
Does it help? Does it help to have themes to your work?
I think so. Honestly,
if you want to call it work.
Yeah.
I don't know. Does it feel like you're working when you're twitching?
When I'm twitching, I just love. No, it doesn't feel like work. Honestly, I feel like I'm just chilling with friends.
Okay.
I do because I enjoy if I wasn't streaming, I would be playing the game anyway. You know, so
right.
I use it more as
I remember telling one of my friends about Twitch. Actually, no, it was one of my private students, not one of my friends. And I was telling about when I randomly, because I like the game Cuphead, right? And I randomly just typed in Cuphead on Twitch, and I just, I found some like random streamer, and I started chatting with them, and they were saying something like, you know what I need in my life? All I need in my life is just a thick Asian. I just need a thick Asian. That's all I need. And so I decided, you know what? I'm just gonna type in. So I went into the chat and I can get you a thick Asian. They'll ask me okay, well I'm depending on it. We started talking back and forth through the chat and everything. And I'm like, this is like being in a bar,
Yeah, right.
You just have these random ass conversations.
Yeah, honestly, if you get a good following, if you have a following that is not a bunch of assholes. It can be it could be just chilling with your friends.
Wait. You have a following that's a bunch of assholes?
All of my following is a bunch of assholes, especially that
Why
Corey
do you say
Childs
that?
one. No. You can get fuck, what was his name? Your mod.
Oh, Simon the Chinaman?
Simon. So Simon is the mod, right?
Yeah.
He was saying he was gonna fight the trolls off, right?
Right.
It's very.
So you're saying you
Usual
don't have
trolls come?
you don't have any followings yet where they won't fight the trolls for you yet.
Pretty much, and also I don't have many trolls coming, so that's
okay.
decent.
So basically, it's like you have to build your own empire on Twitch.
Honestly, yeah.
Okay.
I'm not at the empire yet. I'm still at I'm still building my little city up.
Oh, all right. Because I know Twitch has regulations and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And they pay you in tips. Do you ever get you have any ideas for crazy things you can do to have people to donate or anything?
Yeah, so they really changed how that works now.
Oh, really? Okay. The last time I saw Twitch was I was hanging out with TKO Sam, and he was, if you know, a YouTuber.
Yeah.
And he was telling me all about that. He was doing this thing where I'll take a shot every time this happens.
Yeah,
blah,
you're
blah, blah.
not allowed to do that anymore.
Oh, really?
Or I would be the most famous Twitch streamer in the world because I can drink forever and I would do it anyway.
Really?
You are not allowed to do it because now it is considered self-harm.
Oh.
Yeah. So any self-harm for donations or anything, you cannot do.
Well, there goes my BDSM idea.
Yeah. I mean, is that self-harm? Someone's harming you in that one,
I
right?
guess so. I guess you could always you could always lie about it. You could always put, water in your
shit. Yeah. Then I think
alcohol. Unless people find out.
Yeah, you get into a different territory there where you're fucking with your viewers and then,
and
then they turn against you.
Good.
You don't want that shit, right?
That's true. Yeah, you don't want that.
Yeah.
All right, so we got some more comments in the chat. MS says, "Have you seen those Bass Rutten bar fight?" Oh, cut to me. The Bass Rutten bar fight advice videos? I don't know what that is. What's your advice for laymen who want to get an unavoidable fight?
So
that's a good question.
Boss Rutan has some funny fucking. He's a fucking hilarious man.
Oh, it's a man.
Yeah,
Okay.
and he has some funny fucking videos where he's in a bar and he's like, okay, what you're gonna do if you get into a fight? You need to boom, kick the chair over, boom, pick that chair up, put it over his head. You know, like just making fun of like a bar fight scenario. But
Okay.
actually, it is sound advice. It would work.
Would it?
But unavoidable fights. I think most fights can be avoided. So unavoidable, like no matter what, he just randomly came up and hit you. My advice: don't get to the ground. Try to make distance. Get distance. Stay far back. Especially like if they have a knife or anything, you never want to like. You don't want to engage that.
Runaway incursion asks, kick in the nuts
Yeah.
repeatedly? Does that actually work?
Kick in the nuts, yeah. If you get kicked in the nuts, it's not fun.
Okay.
If you're fighting someone who has experience,
Runaway incursion says, MS, call the police.
that is probably the best advice. Call police and fucking have them
let's
take care
just
of
say,
it.
worst case scenario, you have to fight. So you just say get as much distance?
Get distance until someone could come and help you, or like until you can disperse the situation.
Okay.
Or if you can't, if you know how to jab,
Mhm.
a lot of people who get into like random fights don't know the first thing about fighting. So rely on your jab. They're not going to be able to get in. Once they get hit in the face, they're going to get all fucking confused and not know how to get in. Even just a little, like, just throwing out a little light jab, like I just did,
Yeah.
fucking, it could save your life right there. Like, just jab, stay away, jab, stay away, jab, stay away. Avoid the floor. If he falls on the floor, run away. Don't get on the floor with him. That's when friends come and they kick you in the head, and that's ends up in a bad place.
Huh.
So
Do you speak from experience?
somewhat, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't get into many fights outside of the ring,
Yeah.
but I did actually here in Japan.
Oh.
I was walking home from a bar one day and I heard some girl screaming, "Tasukete!"
Yeah.
Like, help me.
Right.
And
Brandon to the rescue.
I ran over there to see what was happening, and there was 4 salarymen standing there holding her in the no parts.
Oh.
And
Where's that?
you know, like the
Yeah. Or the what?
the titties and the vagina.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank
So they
we got to soundbite that now.
they were basically groping her, and I ran over there and I grabbed her and I pulled her away from them, and then they ran up at me, and I will not say what happened after that, but after that, 2 of them were no longer a threat, and then one of them hit me pretty square in the eye and like busted my eye open.
Ow.
But I was able to calm the situation down enough to get her safe into a bar, and then I went home because Japanese police don't like Americans.
Why do you say that?
When like if there's a fight,
Yeah.
Americans gonna lose the police battle.
Oh, right.
You know?
Well, they're gonna out Nihonji.
They're gonna out Nihongo me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah.
Huh. I see. Oh, so where was this? Where
This
did you see
was
this?
in Yokohama area.
Oh, Yokohama, like Yokosuka or something?
No, this was where was it? Fuck, I don't even remember. It was like 4 years ago, 5 years ago.
Oh.
Shit, where was it? Somewhere near like
This is important, Brandon. You have to remember these things.
Shit, right?
It's fine. I'm just
somewhere
joking.
south of Kawasaki.
All right. It was something I wanted to talk about. I don't know if
Yeah.
you can talk about this on the internet, but maybe. You used to do bouncing? You used to be a bouncer?
Yeah. Bouncing, security, bodyguarding,
Yeah.
the mix.
Where did you bodyguard for? Like a club or something, right?
I did bodyguarding work for some just random like business, like rich, wealthy businessmen. I did it for cosplayers.
Yeah.
I did it for AV models.
Now, which ones?
I cannot say the names.
Oh, okay. All right.
But security, I just worked, in Roppongi.
Mhm.
I did a bunch of like security for some clubs in Roppongi and stuff.
Oh.
Shout out to Roppongi clubs. Lots of.
How do you find those jobs?
I know like all the owners of all the clubs and stuff. So
How do you know all the owners of the clubs? You just
like I said, after I stopped fighting, I started this thing, and in Roppongi I was there a lot, so I got to know all the people there.
Oh, so it's just like hanging around and you just randomly run into them like, hey, I own this club.
Pretty much, yeah, honestly.
That's it.
That's
Like-
how a lot of it works.
It's like, hey, you're a big guy. I need a guy that just looks cool to stand in front of a
Yeah,
door.
yeah.
I
That's
remember
honestly, yeah.
I used to have a friend. Oh, excuse me. I used to have a friend who he used to like. He was really tall, and he used to just stand in front of doors, and people would like come up to him and show them his ID, and like I'm not a bouncer. I don't work here.
I got a good story to bounce off that one though.
All right, yeah, let's hear it.
So, I was in Vegas a while ago,
Okay.
and every time I went to a club in Vegas, I would suit up, and
Mhm.
do that whole, like kind of like that, but
Okay.
but actual like suit pants and shit too.
Oh, okay.
So I would suit up, and I looked kind of like a bouncer or like a security guard, right?
Yeah.
So we're at the club. I was like, all right, I'm gonna go grab some more drinks, and I'm walking down, and this is back when Psy had just come to America. Like Psy was just getting famous.
The Korean pop
Yeah,
star.
Gangnam Style, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
He had just come to America, and then the guy from LMFAO, Red Foo, if anyone knows who that
Yeah.
is,
Okay.
with the fro, they were
The guy who's sexy and you know it.
yeah.
Right.
they were playing at the club, and so they were in the VIP section, like right. And I'm walking by to go to the bar and buy some drinks, and one of the security guards pulls me to the side and he goes, "Hey, stand here. I gotta go to the bathroom." I think he thought I worked there, but he pulls me to the side and he leaves.
Yeah.
And I was just like, all right, fuck it. I turned around, I walked into the VIP room,
Really.
and like I just sat there and I partied with them for the night, like
With Psy
just
and
as
his
a
friends.
just as a random fuck. No one knew who the fuck I was. I didn't know who anyone was.
And this was in like 2011
This
or
is-
something.
Shit, yeah. This is a while.
I think
ago.
Psy was popular around that time. 2012,
it was-
2011.
If anyone can look it up, it was when he was at Tao.
Okay.
I think TAO. Tao.
You're originally from California, right?
Yeah, from Los Angeles.
Los Angeles. That's not really close to Las Vegas.
No, Vegas was every weekend. Every month we'd pick a weekend and go to Vegas and partying.
Who's we?
friends.
Oh, just friends?
Yeah. Just
Okay. Just for shits and giggles?
Shits for gambling, shits and giggles, drinking.
Oh, okay.
The fun shit,
I see. What is it? MS says that it sound like talking about your story about saving that Japanese lady from the 5 salary. How many salarymen were there?
It's 4.
4. That sounds like a plot of a JAV, a Japanese adult video.
Those. I mean, if they want to pay
Except
me.
you didn't have a happy ending.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
didn't get a
think.
happy ending from her. So
Yeah, you got the police ending.
I got my ending was bleeding into my fucking my ending was bleeding into my sink.
Okay.
Fucking I think I might.
You have a picture?
I think I have a picture of that night. Yeah.
Yes. See if you can find it. We can show off to the camera. BOK UNK asks, did you watch Wilder and Fury fight?
I did, but my internet was kind of messed up, so I didn't really get to see the ending. I saw him up on the ropes, and then it cut out, and then it was over. So I saw the highlights of the end. I kind of missed like the 5th and 6th round, but I saw the highlights. That shit was dope. I'm happy Fury won. Honestly, I think he should have won the first fight too. Even though everyone saw the ending where he got flattened out, but.
Are there any fighters in Japan that I should know of, or I should?
Fighters
I know
in
what's
Japan?
his name. Nakamura. What's his name?
Tenshin?
No.
Oh, no, that's-
I think
that's
he's a
Nadasawa.
I think he's a
That's Nadasawa.
WWF guy or
Oh, okay.
E or something.
I don't know pro wrestling.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking Tenshin Nadasawa.
Okay. No, I
But
don't know.
let's see.
Keisuke Nakamura, I think his name is.
Okay. Let's see. Fighters in Japan. The big ones are like Naoya Inoue. He's a boxer. I think one of the most famous boxers in Japan. It's like, I mean, if you don't follow MMA, I'm just gonna be saying names and you're not gonna know
Yeah.
what the fuck. Like, it's,
I'll just be sitting here nodding my head like,
yeah, just yeah,
cool
yeah,
story.
Yeah. My favorite fighters out from Japan though were probably
Yep.
of course Kid Yamamoto was like my favorite, but the Gracie Killer or the Gracie Hunter, I forgot what his name was, but
Oh, right.
is it Gracie?
Gracie.
Someone look up Kazushi Sakuraba. Is he Gracie Hunter or Gracie Killer? One of those.
One of those, maybe.
Yeah, but Kazushi Sakuraba, he's. I was telling you off camera about the guy who put the water. You know, that like he was making fun of the Japanese everybody tattooing kanji.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the water guy.
The water guy. That's Kazushi Sakuraba.
All right.
Shinya Aoki. He's famous out here. He's good at jiu-jitsu. What about Sexyama? Sexyama also, yes, is very
nice name.
well known. Do you might actually know Sexyama?
No, I don't know who
or
that
have
is.
seen him.
I like the name. It sounds like a hard gay kind of character.
A little bit, but not so much of the gay.
All right.
Just more of the
mostly the hard, huh?
most of the hard. Yeah,
Yeah.
He's buff motherfucker. So,
Huh.
but he's super famous in like he's I think half Korean, half Japanese.
Right.
So he's
right.
he's super famous. Gracie Hunter, thank you.
Oh, who's Gracie Hunter?
Kazushi Sakuraba. Remember,
okay.
I didn't remember if it was Killer or Hunter, but
Okay.
I live in the same town. Oh, sorry. This is. Do you want me to
BLK.
get-
No, it's fine. BLK UNK says they live in the same town as Gomi.
That's Takanori Gomi. Yeah.
Okay.
He's a good fighter too. I like one of my favorite fighters is Nick Diaz. So if you ever saw Nick Diaz versus Takanori Gomi, then I had to vote for Diaz. But if he's not fighting Diaz, I really do like Gomi. Gomi's cool. The Fireball Kid, if anyone knows, or if anyone.
BLK UNK asks, how many times have you had your nose broken?
How many times have I had my nose broken? Not too many, honestly. Maybe 2, 1, 2, 2. Most of the time, I just had it like put back in. Just
BLK UNK says, you know your shit.
you know. Oh yeah. I mean, I know about MMA. Math. Don't put a fucking math equation up there. I'll pass out.
4 plus 2.
Ah shit. Wait, 6. I got it.
6. Okay, good. We're in good terms here. Okay, Doughboy says, have you trained in Japan and America? And if so, what is the biggest differences you noticed? That's a good question.
All right. First off, biggest difference between Japan and America. In Japan, they clean their own fucking gym. Every day after training, all the fighters get down and clean the gym.
Mm-hmm.
That's the biggest thing I ever noticed. Like that, and also like the what would it be called? Like the not tier system. Respecting your elders, or respecting
Oh,
your
right. Yeah.
like those are the two biggest differences that I've noticed. In America, the gyms are clean, don't get me wrong, but it's like a cleaning crew that comes in every night and cleans it.
Yeah.
In Japan, it was always the fighters, or even the best fighter, the biggest pro in there, the coaches were cleaning everything. Yeah, so that shit was dope. Like when I first came, I couldn't like conceptualize that. I was just like, what the fuck is going on?
Huh.
You mean I have to clean? Like my first day training there, I finished training, and then they had like a bucket with the lower rung kid like goes and grabs the bucket with all the washcloth
Right.
and brings it over, and I was walking out and he like stops me and he was like he just like hands it to me. So I was like, okay, fuck it. I grabbed one, and then I see everyone else like doing the. If you ever seen a school kid clean the school, you know how they do the stand up. They stand up and like hold the towel and then run. I see a bunch of them doing that, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try it. Trying to fit in and cleaning that shit.
BLK UNK also asks, have you ever broken any bones?
I've broken.
He's broken.
I've broken them. I've broken my shoulder and I've broken my hip. Actually, I have a fake hip. I'm like an old man.
Really?
Yeah, I have a.
All just because of MMA, huh?
Fake hip was partly fighting / training, but mostly it was some disease called like leg perthes or some shit.
Oh.
That it had weakened my bone in
Right.
my hip, and then it got shattered one day. Actually, it got shattered playing football, and then MMA like re-shattered it again, or boxing. I got it re-shattered again.
Oh.
Yeah, not fun.
BLK UNK also asks, when you come in and before you train, you say "Renshu onegaishimasu." Do you have to say that?
I did not. I think I might honestly I might have been treated differently because I was white and from like my Japanese wasn't perfect, but everything like what they taught me was just like os, like shit like that. But
The stuff men do to sound cool.
yeah.
Os.
Mm.
And
Like,
mess.
os.
No, they don't say mess. That's
Os.
for girls, I think. Oh no, not mess.
Mess?
Continue.
What else? It was os, and I would always just like every time you come on or leave the mat, you would always have to bow though. So that definitely we had to do. But I never really said Densho onegaishimasu, but
Okay. You didn't do.
I don't know if I was supposed to, but I didn't.
Okay. You made sure you weren't a certified weeaboo and like
Yeah.
tried to speaking Japanese and like, no, this is Nihongo time.
Yeah.
I can only speak in Nihongos.
No.
And because my Nihongo is Jozu,
My
right?
Nihongo is Jozu, bitches. Let's go.
Yeah. All right. BLK UNK says, dude, you need to get your health together.
Shit, yeah, you're right.
You're getting sound advice from
honestly,
our former guest on the show.
I appreciate it. I need it.
So let me ask you this. So
Yeah.
as a Twitch streamer, would you recommend that other people do Twitch? Or is it not for everybody?
I recommend you do Twitch if
Only
you
if you like
enjoy playing games and shit like that,
Okay.
and if you enjoy like talking to people.
All right.
If you're trying to do it purely for becoming rich or becoming like what's his fucking name that has a house
Ninja?
here now, Ninja, and
He has a house?
PewDiePie.
He doesn't stream,
Oh,
though.
well,
He does YouTube.
Yeah,
I mean, well, he's making good ad money, so
Yeah.
that's different.
like if you're doing it to become like those people, I would say definitely don't do it. I mean, I'm not saying you can't do it, but it's definitely a hard road to get up. Have money. If you don't have money,
Don't do it.
don't. Yeah, I would say if you don't have money, don't start it. Because I started with having no money, and
Okay.
it's a struggle.
And you started with no money, and you
And I
still
said-
have no money.
I started with no money. I still have no money. I'll never have money. Fucking.
All right.
But I enjoy it.
Okay. So what career do you think we're gonna see you?
What career?
Are you gonna like float off into?
Shit. I mean, I'm
Probably
gonna
the
work
same
on
career we're doing right now.
it. Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm gonna work on it. Honestly, I'm gonna work
Yeah.
on Twitch. I did want to start like a YouTube, but I don't know anything about cameras or videos or shit like that.
Right.
So
right.
I've been watching YouTube videos trying to learn it. So eventually I will.
Okay, so
Yeah.
another question in chat. Doughboy asks, do you find that when foreigners are billed in Japan, I think maybe he's bullied? I don't know,
No,
foreigners-
build like
what does build mean?
build means like for a fight. They're
Oh,
yeah.
okay. I see. Billed in Japan, they are given different consideration in terms of matchups. As an amateur, I had coaches wanting to put me against intermediate/pro fighters. Wow, good question, guys. Because
Yeah.
I know like absolutely nothing about this. To me, this is like me asking questions about I don't know rocket science.
Oh, I can teach you about that. Just not the math part.
All right, okay, good to know.
Let's see. Let me see. Do you find that when foreigners are built in Japan, they're different? All right, so
you have to read it again.
my brain, I told
All right,
you
it's
already.
okay. It's all right. I know you used to be working MFA. I should stop. I'm sorry.
Yes, foreigners. I think Japan has like this fetishization,
Fetishization.
some shit like that. One of
Okay.
those words. They fetishize Americans or white people
Okay.
in the like terms of like, oh look, they're fucking giant, they're Goliath.
All right.
So I do feel like that is true. They will put an inexperienced fighter with a very good Japanese fighter to say, oh look, the Japanese won, that kind of stuff.
Right.
Yeah, I do believe that happens a lot. It depends on the promotion. Like if it's UFC, I don't think does that. UFC is very by the book for fighters versus fighters. Fetishization.
Fetishization. Thank you.
Thank you.
Runaway Incursion.
Thank you for correcting my shitty English. I used to be an English teacher, by the way.
Yeah. It's okay.
Let's see. Other than that, Japan. I talked about earlier how Japan puts people like makes the fights the kind of like crazy unbalanced fights.
Oh, right. You're talking about that.
Yeah, I talked about that earlier, but I do think that is a problem specifically in Japan. I don't think they have that problem anywhere else in the MMA like world.
Oh.
So yeah, I do think that happens a lot. So
Would you like to get? Would you say that getting into MMA here in Japan is a lot different than it is other places?
getting into it in Japan.
Because it sounds like it's very like how everything is here in Japan. Like it's very exclusive, and it's not really part of a bigger system. I always feel that way about everything here in Japan. But
That's a good observation. I don't know. My experience showed otherwise. I was in America still. I messaged them. I said, "Hey, I'm a fighter. I want to come. I want to come to Japan, and I want to train with you." I messaged. I emailed Kid Yamamoto,
oh, really?
and then he responded and said, "Yeah, sure, come on over." And then that's when I made the process to jump.
All you had to do was just email him one
Yeah.
day, like, "Hey,
Yeah.
can you train me?"
Yeah, I reached out, and he was like, "You're more than welcome. Come over."
Huh. What? Well, let me ask you about Kid Yamamoto again.
Mhm.
This guy. What is he famous for again?
He's the hands down the most famous Japanese like fighter, I guess, or fighter to come out of Japan.
That's MMA.
That's MMA, yeah.
Okay, like the famous, like the one that everyone talks about.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much, yeah.
All right.
He's known for having the fastest knockout, 4-second knockout.
Oh, really?
He just came out the gates and fucking kneed him in the head.
Huh. Kind of like UFC and Kimble Slice.
Kimball, jeez, yeah. Actually, he's passed away too now.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But yeah, he's, I think, hands down one of the most famous. He was like the pioneer of Japanese. One of the pioneers of Japanese
Huh.
MMA.
What is it? A lot of you see a lot of things about wrestlers in the news all the
Mhm.
time, and they don't always have the longest life.
Yeah,
Are you worried about that at all?
not from fighting.
Okay.
I'm worried about that from my other lifestyle choices,
Wait,
but not so much fighting.
you're talking about like your
Drinking and
Okay.
partying, that kind of stuff.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
see. I got you. Doughboy in the chat asks again. Also, hi Radley. I used to go to Japanese class with back in America. Oh, you did? Oh, yeah. Now I remember you. Greg, right? Greg.
Fucking way to blast him.
Yeah, glad to see you enjoying life in Japan. Well, thank you, Greg. I remember you. It's Greg, right? Shit, I hope it was Greg.
You just doxed him,
Yeah,
homie. Do you know what doxing is?
Yeah, no, I didn't dox him. Doxing is like when you make someone lose their job or something, right? Well, nice to see you again, Greg. Thanks for joining the stream. Let's see here. MS says, will you do some IRL Roppongi bar hopping streams?
Hell yeah. So basically,
You can do that, huh?
yeah. Right now,
You can be like, what's his name? Jake and Bake?
Yeah.
You know who that is?
Yeah. Right now, I don't have the money to get that gear. The setup is fucking outrageously expensive. I believe it's
Fuck, his name wasn't Greg.
His name wasn't
damn
Greg?
it. Who was it? Okay, I'm sorry. Who was it? Dude, I'm so sorry.
you fucked up.
Doughboy. I
Radley.
remember Doughboy. No, it wasn't Greg. That's right. I remember you reminded me a lot of my friend named Greg. But anyway, continue.
Yeah, that stream setup is fucking nuts expensive. So if I can somehow grab an extra $2,000, I will definitely start IRL streaming.
Yeah.
But for now, my phone is a piece of shit, so I can't really.
I don't even know how he would do that, Jake and Bake. How you stream IRL? You have to have like tons of data, right?
Yeah, there's a thing. There's like the people who sell the bag, like they have like this worldwide data compiling thingamabobber. I don't remember what it's called.
Adam, that's
Adam.
right. His name was Adam. Thank you, Doughboy.
Greg?
Sorry.
Where the fuck you get Greg from?
No, he looked a lot like my friend named Greg, and so he looked like a Greg.
Okay.
Anyway, sorry, I cut you
No,
off.
it's chill. Fuck, what was I saying?
You're talking about streaming IRL and getting data. And
that's right.
Yeah.
They have this pack where you can put like a bunch of SIM cards in it, and
Oh,
then
really?
you get like you'll have like 4 different SIM cards with unlimited with data.
Huh.
And yeah, it's like
So
that's why
that's-
it's expensive. It's like I think $300 or $400 a month or something.
Right, because I was, I remember, I remember what's his name? Andy Milanakis
Yeah,
was
yeah,
here in Japan, and he was live streaming his
Mm.
experiences, and people were trying to, what's that called? Snipe him?
Yeah, stream snipe.
Stream snipe?
Mhm.
What's your thought on that? Stream sniping?
My two thoughts. Oh, that's it.
What's up? What are your two thoughts?
Sorry.
Who
The
says
thing I
this?
was talking about.
We're looking at the chat.
Yeah.
So let me go to wide
Sorry.
angle. No, it's okay. Go ahead.
So the GDW or
What did they say?
GWD says sometimes they get sponsored, but yeah, that live view thing is expensive as fuck. So that's the thing I was talking about.
Oh, it's called Live
Live
View.
View. Yeah, it's
okay.
Yeah,
I see.
the gun run backpack. Sorry, but
The gun run backpack. How much is what's expensive as fuck? Like
that live view thing.
1,000 yen or $1,000?
It's like I think it's about $2,000 to start.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
$2,000
that's a little high. I imagine you have to be a pretty hardcore streamer to be able to. Wanting to purchase one of those.
Yeah.
Or you're just stupid.
I mean, a lot of them.
I would do something like that.
A lot of them have cash flow coming from mama and dada.
Okay.
So
the bank of mom and dad.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess that helps a lot.
But for the stream sniping question, sorry.
Yeah.
Two thoughts. One thought: if it happened to me, I don't really give a shit. You know, like come stream snipe me. Don't get me banned. If you're gonna do shit to get me banned, then I'm against it. But if some random guy, if someone who is a fan sees me out when I'm live streaming and goes, "Oh hey, what's up? I'm a fan," all power to them. You know.
Right.
I'm down with that. Now, will I ever do that to a streamer? No. I don't think it's a good look.
As a wise man once said, who came to Japan, it's all about the respect.
Who said that?
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
I don't know what that is. Well,
I don't know.
Hello,
what that is.
chat. Do you know who that is? You probably know.
It's all
The
about.
hive mind will probably know immediately who that I'm referencing.
Am I missing something?
Make a guess who that said that line. Japan is all about the respect.
I have a feeling it's something.
We talked about him earlier. Kind of a douchebag. He was a wrestler.
Kind of a douchebag was a wrestler.
He was one. Oh, he's wrestled on Twitch.
Oh! Jake Paul.
Yeah, no.
I mean,
Logan.
other one.
Logan, yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
But anyway, I don't know why I had to make that a secret. I guess I'm just trying to pause for dramatic effect or something. Let's see here. Runaway Incursion says, Radrey, I'm trying to stream snipe you, but in front of your door is locked. Yeah, well.
Damn.
That's why it's there. That's why I hid the IP address. That's how you made a lot of money.
Oh, he said something before.
Oh, I see. I'm sorry. GW says... Oh, I didn't see the first top of it. Let me go to the wide angle. GW says, in the beginning, as for Jake, he had live text-to-speech alert, and people trolled him in public, so he had a loud scream that would play if you donated 50 USD.
Yeah.
Oh, so you know about this?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a lot of those kind of things where like they'll play like those loud screams, or they'll play if you donate a certain amount of money, they'll play some random clip or a video, stuff like that.
Oh, I think like he had like the Rasta horn. You know that one?
Yeah,
that one.
that shit.
The air horn. GW says that's how he made a lot of money.
Okay.
Are we gonna be seeing that from you sometime soon?
I have the thing where you donate money and you can play any video you want within terms of service.
Yeah.
But as for those sounds, I think I've looked into it and I think I might actually I might put those on.
Okay.
I know they have one like the door knocking where it goes into your left ear.
Yeah.
And then it sounds like someone's knocking on your door.
Okay.
And shit like that to fuck with people, especially when they play like scary games and shit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, okay, so let me know. Who are some streamers I absolutely need to be following? Who do I need to be watching nowadays?
All right, hands down, my favorite streamer is Kit Boga. If you don't know who Kit Boga is, he calls like the scammers who try and like scam elderly people out of their money and shit.
Oh boy.
And he fucks with them hard.
Oh really?
It's fucking hilarious.
Huh.
If you've never seen a Kit Boga thing, fucking go watch Kit Boga. He is hilarious. KITBOGA. Hands down.
Do you have any favorite Japan streamers?
Japan streamers? Shout out to Milky Puff. I go out drinking with her every now and then. I was just with her on Friday too.
Oh really?
So if you're new to Twitch, she's a IRL streamer like Jake and Bake.
Oh okay.
She's an IRL streamer and she does mostly like going places, eating, that kind of shit like that.
Right.
But she's really chill. Cool girl.
Oh, okay.
So shout out to her, Milky Puff.
Oh.
But yeah, the the Andy-san. I don't think I've ever watched him, but
Your former guest on this show.
but yeah, shout out to him too.
Well, that's what Runaway encouraged. I didn't know he streamed. I thought he was just a YouTuber. But okay. I don't actually stream either. I might start doing it because I want to play a game. But
Yeah, man, do
that's
it.
about it.
It's honestly, you're good with the microphone. You're fine with the camera in front of you.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with the
You'll
camera
be-
in front of me.
You'll be great, man. It's
I'll just eat breakfast.
Yeah.
I see some of these streamers like eating breakfast while they're like watching. What was it? No, this wasn't. This was YouTube. I remember one of the first guests of this show, Akasan. He was showing me a couple of like reaction people, like who react to videos. And there's this one guy. He has like I can't remember how many views he had. It was over 1,000. But it was just him reacting to The Walking Dead, and he was eating lunch, and everybody would like he had tons of views. So I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say what it is that makes the internet tick, or like what's popular, or what's great for the internet.
Yeah.
So just try anything, I suppose.
yeah, man. If you find something that works, let me know.
The Doughboy says Japanglish is a nice Twitch streamer. She does games and stuff. Speaks English and Japanese.
Oh yeah, nice.
Do you know who that is?
I haven't heard of her. Like
Never heard of them?
I'm pretty new to the streaming shit too, so I'm still
Okay.
learning.
Is there a way to cross streams
Yeah,
with other streamers?
never cross streams. Yeah, you can do like
collaborate or
collab
something?
streams, stuff
Yeah.
like that. Yeah. So like I've been as for Japanese specific streamers, like Milky Puff was the first one that I really actually met in person.
Oh, okay.
But I've heard of Jake Paul, or not Jake Paul. God damn it, Jake and Bake. What's his name? Jake and Bake.
Paul.
Jake and Bake.
Just Jake Paul.
I've heard of Jake and Bake. Who else? Actually, I just ran into another streamer. I forgot what his name was. Rob CD.
Okay.
I ran into him at a Family Mart, and I was like, I saw his camera, and I was like, oh, that's a like. I was with my friend, and I was like, oh, that's a live like.
I've
he's
never actually
doing Twitch.
watched any of these guys. Are they obnoxious when you see them, like streaming?
No, he was really chill. I tend to stay away from the obnoxious ones. Like, I'm one with like assimilation. So I came to Japan, right? I respect Japan enough to not do most shit like that they don't like, you know. Japan
Such
very
as what don't they like?
like screaming in the trains
Oh,
and
okay.
like
I
fucking
see. The obvious. All right.
yeah, that kind of shit. Filming dead people, fucking
Right.
that kind of shit. Like, I don't do that. So even for views, I'll never sell out for that shit. I'll never just go and do stupid shit and make a fool of myself in public
Mm-hmm.
for money. I'll make a fool of myself on occasion, but that's for free.
What's the most you'd go? What's the farthest you'd go with making a fool of yourself?
Farthest I'd go, I would say probably like
English teaching?
yeah, shit, right? Fuck, man. Furthest I'd go, I don't know. Probably like anything. If it embarrasses me,
Yeah.
sure. But if it embarrasses someone else, no.
No.
Like,
Okay.
I don't want to be a burden to others.
Right. I hear you. Doughboy says streamers can make some kind of streamer groups. I guess they're called teams. Can host each other and oh yeah, that's right. That's
Yeah.
true. You host other people on Twitch.
Yeah, every time I'm offline, I'll be hosting someone else, and
That's right.
Yeah.
Doughboy, do you stream? I'm gonna ask him on the chat here.
yeah, if you stream, shout out to Doughboy.
Yeah. That's right. Adam always used to have all these. I'm starting to remember all these things about him now. That was always his code name. He always went under Doughboy.
Doughboy.
Okay.
Did you get Doughboy from Friday?
Friday. What do you mean?
Yeah, Ice Cubes.
Oh,
Ice
I was
Cube's
thinking
video
Doughboy
Friday?
from Pillsbury Doughboy,
Ah.
but maybe I'm not sure. Okay, so let me ask you about this. So I know that anybody can be a Twitch streamer. What about MMA? Can anyone be that, or you have to like
You have
fit
to
a
have-
certain build?
You have to definitely have a certain mindset. You definitely cannot be weak-minded.
Okay.
You'll get fucking torn up in a second. It does help to be physically gifted. I was not very gifted in the muscle area, but I was gifted in the height and the, like, my body's pretty quick. I'm pretty quick, even though I'm big.
A doughboy in the chat is saying, I'm streaming for a few days, and I realize that no one, myself included, wants to watch me organize my Fallout inventory for 30 minutes. No, haha, I'm super white. Yes,
So
the
Pillsbury.
Pillsbury doughboy, not
Ice
doughboy,
Cube doughboy.
not Ice Cube doughboy. Anyway, continue with the MMA
Yeah,
thing. Sorry to be ADHD in this chat today, or stream,
welcome
or
to my entire life.
podcast, or whatever the hell you want to call it.
You chill, dog. Don't worry. Yeah. So basically, MMA, it helps to be gifted. I was gifted with height. I was not gifted with like the rock-like muscles.
Oh, right.
That's
Gotcha.
also not gifted. That's also purchased from Mexico.
Oh,
but
okay.
Steroids. That's what I was talking.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Wait, really?
Oh hell yeah. There's no way that's legit.
Oh.
The Rock don't come after me. I'm a fucking huge fan. I love you, but definitely has help from supplements.
Oh.
From Mexico. But you can make it if you are not gifted in any way, and you just do like if you just work hard, you know.
Right.
Hard work, dedication. That's that's one of the like tenets of jiu-jitsu or whatever, or of like a lot of the like martial arts schools.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with my hand here, but
You're doing it for dramatic effect.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Here you go. You can do it again. I went to wide.
whatever the fuck this means.
The wide shot. Yeah.
But yeah, so hard work, dedication, that'll get you pretty damn far. After that, if you meet someone who has the same hard work, same dedication, and is just gifted, you're kind of fucked. But
Okay.
you know, it's possible.
Well, that.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just gonna wrap things up.
Okay.
Continue.
I was just gonna say, but I would definitely not advise anyone who hasn't already dabbled in it to drop everything they're doing and go for it.
Okay.
Like, if you wrestled as a kid or as a high schooler or something like that, and you want to get into it,
Yeah.
you know, you'll already know what the stakes are, you know? Then I would say go for it, but...
All right. MS asks, do you have an MMA nickname?
My nickname was the Oni.
Okay, that's why you still have the
That's why
screen.
I
That's
went
why you
with
have the Twitch name,
Yeah,
Brandon the Oni. Which name do you actually prefer? Your real name, or do you prefer Brandon the Oni?
That doesn't matter to me.
Doesn't matter.
Fucking call me whatever you want. People call me different. Everyone calls me different shit, so...
Okay.
Brandon, Bran.
Yeah, I
B,
kind of say the same thing.
like-
Like, you can call me anything
Yeah.
you want. I don't know if I'll respond.
Yeah. If it has a B in it at the beginning, I'll probably respond to it.
Huh.
Pretty much.
Did everybody refer to you as B Sensei when you were a teacher?
Sensei, no, but a lot of people, girls mainly called me like B or Bran.
Oh.
B or Bran.
Raisin Bran?
Yeah.
It reminds me, I remember there was this one teacher who, I think his name was Brandon, but it started with a B. And they had a hard time saying his name for some reason, like the kids.
Yeah.
And they just call him B Sensei. But this guy was really weird because, what was it? He was from he was half Japanese. And he had like this Texan accent, but he also spoke Japanese fluently. So you would speak Japanese in a Texan accent. It was the strangest thing ever. But
I can't even imagine what that would sound like.
I don't know. It's like,
Ohio, you all. Ohio, y'all.
how y'all? Like, 日本語で話してみたいと思います.
That's pretty fucking
You
good.
know, I guess something like that. Let's see here. Let's look at the chat here before we wrap things up. So let's see here. Doughboy says, I like the strategy and the training a lot, but I hate actually hurting people or being hurt. After my trainer broke my nose, I was like, "Yep, I'm done."
Yeah. So with that, to add on to that,
Yeah.
if you cannot get hurt and keep going, it's definitely not for you.
Oh.
Another thing is, if you get hurt and you change your mindset, it's not for you either. If you get punched in the face, you just have to take it and say, "Oh shit, I got punched in the face. Let's keep going." You know, you can't get angry. You can't change your mindset. When you get angry, you do stupid shit
So
and you lose.
So I don't know if this is a private conversation, but I'll share it anyway because he seems to want me to share private conversations, and I guess because it's written to me, I can say it.
Mm-hmm.
If you can, this is BLK says, if you can hook me up with your boys, Brandon's line, I'll get in touch with him and see if I can help him a little bit with his health.
Sure.
So,
yeah, for sure, man.
You're interested in getting back into it?
I don't know how deep I'll get into it, but I for sure need to get more healthy. So.
All right, well I'll hook you up with my former guest.
Yeah.
Maybe he can hook you up with some stuff,
Sure.
Things and goodies.
So
that was not a code for anything for anybody out there. Wasn't. Let's see here. GWD says, he doesn't ask. If you think about it, some ex-MMA guys became variety comedians in Japan, like Bob Sapp. Today, that would be an IRL streamer, I guess. Yeah, that's true. Bob Sapp, yeah. You're right about that, the GWD.
It's not a bad transition.
Huh. All right, well, the Doughboy's taken off. Thanks for joining the chat, Adam.
Hey.
Sorry I didn't remember who you were in Japanese class, but
Thanks for the questions, though.
the memories are coming back. Thanks for everyone who came around to watching. All right, Brandon, anything you want to say before we go?
Just the shameless plugs, I guess.
All right, let's do it.
Shameless plug. Hit me up on Twitch, twitch.tv/BrandonTheOni.
All right, in post, I'm going to put it up here.
Yeah.
You can't see it right now, but it'll be here. And
it's this branch right here.
Yeah, there you go, on the tree.
But other than that, yeah, just check me out on Twitch. If I ever get an IRL set up, you can see me going out and partying and drinking. So
cool.
If you've ever wanted
will that happen anytime soon?
Soon, probably not. I'm still trying to pay rent and shit. So
okay.
the rent is first, then the $2,000 then
Twitch
the rent
streaming
payment
stuff.
in Twitch streaming.
So you really want to do the IRL Twitch streaming?
Yeah,
thing?
I think it'd be fun.
What would you do?
Go around, travel, show I don't know, drink.
You're not gonna do stupid Japanese
No,
shit,
no,
are
no.
you? Like J-vlogging stuff?
Well, excuse me, Chris Broad.
Yeah, well, that's true. He is a friend of the show, or former guest of the
Yeah,
show.
I watched it. That was a really good one.
Thanks.
Let's see. J-blogging or J-vlogging.
Yeah,
probably,
I guess I do some of that too. So
in a sense, yes, because I would say, oh, you should come here to see this and do this.
Yeah.
Which is technically, I guess, J-vlogging.
Yeah.
But will I be focused on that? No.
Okay.
Definitely
I
not.
see. No. Yeah. So you'll be able to find him on the supporting links. What do you think of the setup? Anything you'd like to change?
Yeah,
Anything about the mirror? I don't know. How am I doing, guys? How am I doing? Do you like the blazer? You like the shirt? I liked it because it was kind of like it was serious on the outside, wild on the inside. Let me know. Write something down in the comments and give us the thumbs up. I guess I should probably really stress this. Yes, you should subscribe.
Yeah,
if you're not subscribed, it really helps out the channel. And I'm just saying that because I'm trying to whore myself out to be, a subscription whore. But no, it really helps grow the channel. It helps push the vanity points. The vanity points are important.
For sure.
Yeah, so go push that subscription button. What else? Go follow Brandon. Hopefully you'll have an Amazon Prime account.
If you do, push my subscribe button too.
Yeah, Brandon loves it when you push his button. So remember, subscribe to the channel. I mean, I can't believe I'm fucking saying this.
Dog,
but
you just gotta embrace it.
All right, okay.
You gotta embrace it.
Subscribe to the channel, and I of course will see you guys. Oh, wait. Next week on this show is Chris Day. He's one of the funniest poets one of the funniest poets I know. Will be on the show doing live poetry reads. You should be there, definitely. I mean, this guy is one of the most sardonic poets I've ever met in my life. It'll be funny. You'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll wish it'd never end. So, until then, I'm Radrey and
Brandon the Oni.
See you guys. Bye.
Deuces.
Bye-bye.